This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
The St. Louis Archdiocese officially implements its All Things New restructuring plan today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kay Quinn. That plan, however, is on hold for now for 7 parishes. 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay is in the Central West End with the reason for the pause.
This is big news for those parishes because that means they have the chance to be saved. The Archdiocese of St. Louis tells us that the All Things New plan has been put on pause for 7 parishes, and those are the ones that went through the correct appeals process through the Vatican. It all comes today when 178 parishes were officially set to consolidate into 134. Those 7 parishes where the All Things New plan is on pause for are St. Angela Merici in Florissant, St. Martin of Tours in Limay, St. Matthew the Apostle in North St. Louis, St. Roch in the de Bolivar Place neighborhood, St. Richard in Creve Coeur, St. Francis of Assisi in Franklin County, and St. Catherine of Alexandria in St. Genevieve County. So what does this mean for those parishes right now? The Archdiocese says financial accounts and financial councils should not be merged, current or interim mass schedules will not be affected, parish councils can work together, and upcoming school decisions will not be affected. The Archdiocese tells us that priest reassignments will continue as planned. As for how long this pause will continue, they say it'll last until the Vatican makes a decision, and that could take several months. In the Central West End, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
The city of St. Louis faces a lawsuit over its selection of a new police chief. Lieutenant Colonel Michael Sack alleges the city didn't promote him because he's white. Sack served as interim chief and had been considered as a front runner in the initial search, but Mayor Tashora Jones started a second nationwide search seeking more diversity in candidates. The city ended up hiring Chief Robert Tracy, who's white. Sack's lawsuit claims the mayor made that choice only after 2 black finalists dropped out, and to cover up for not giving the job to him. The mayor's office says it can't comment on pending litigation. A controversial development project in St. Charles County on hold. The county council tabled a vote on the issue last night. Members wanted to give developers more time to work on the plan. The proposed project would add more than 400 homes off Highway DD near the Bush Wildlife Conservation Area. Neighbors are concerned about the impact of traffic on wildlife. There's no word on when the plan will be reconsidered. Today, Missouri is scheduled to carry out its 4th execution of the year. Johnny Johnson is scheduled to die by lethal injection for killing 6-year-old Casey Williamson 21 years ago. 5 on your side's Alex Fees has the latest.
The case right here in Valley Park garnered national attention back in 2002 after Casey Williamson first turned up missing. It started with a search for the 6-year-old girl after she disappeared from her home. Now tonight, Johnny Johnson is set to die by lethal injection for her murder back in 2002. Now Johnson was staying with Casey Williamson's family in Valley Park 21 years ago. When Casey went missing one morning, dozens of volunteers joined police in the search. Her body was later found in an abandoned glass factory not far from her home near the Merrimack River. Prosecutors say Johnson confessed to beating the girl to death with bricks and rocks after trying to sexually assault her. Johnson's attorneys have filed one last appeal before the U.S. Supreme Court in an effort to stop tonight's execution. Anti-death penalty advocates say Johnson has schizophrenia and should not be executed. Prosecutors say his condition can be treated with medication that he did not take. Now, Missouri Governor Mike Parson released a statement yesterday on this case, saying in part, although this won't bring her back, we hope that carrying out Johnson's sentence through the court's order will help provide Casey's family with some closure. Reporting in Valley Park, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
Students and staff at Ridge Meadows Elementary School in the Rockwood School District will see more police officers this year. The Ellisville Police Department will move into the building while the new government center is being built. The school building will serve as a substation. One person is dead after being hit by a car in the Metro East. It happened overnight on Route 140 in East Alton. Police are still investigating. They haven't released any information about the victim. Federal investigators are in Washington County, Illinois today looking for the cause of a deadly helicopter crash. State police say Donald Pruitt of Mount Vernon died when the aircraft crashed into a cornfield near Oakdale Blacktop Road between Nashville and Oakdale. The pilot had been crop dusting before the crash. We have new information about the driver of a boat that crashed into a house at Lake of the Ozarks. Adam Ramirez from California faces 7 felony charges. Investigators say his blood alcohol level was double the legal limit at the time of last week's crash. Ramirez was among the 8 people injured. A person inside the home was not hurt. Most everyone who lost power during a storm this weekend has it back today. More than 1,000 Ameren crews spent the past few days working to repair power lines. Nearly 145,000 people lost power. Ameren Illinois says it's been trying to improve the system so fewer people lose power.
Storm hardening is putting stronger poles every 4th or 5th pole, so if we lose 1 or 2 poles, it doesn't take a string of poles down. We're also doing a lot of automation, so if some homes are fed from one circuit and they go out of power, it will automatically transfer them to another circuit.
Belleville officials say call the city's Public Works Department if you need storm debris hauled away. Meteorologist Tracy Hinson has her eye on the next storm and threat of flooding. She's here now with the Weather First forecast. Tracy?
Alrighty, Kay. So we did have a few showers outside right now. Now this band of rainfall that moved through Columbia and through Rolla dropped about 3 to 5 inches of rainfall over a matter of hours. So right now for our area, we're mostly dry minus this little ring area that is just moving past Marissa and just came through New Athens. Right now, temperatures are in the upper 70s. It feels like 80, not bad out there. Definitely feels quite a bit cooler. We are overcast right now. Now through the rest of the day today, I do expect the sun to come out, and as the sun comes out, temperatures will land in the mid 80s for us. And for us overnight tonight, that's when we're going to see that heavy rain develop. Temperatures will drop down into the low 70s. I think some areas could see upwards of 5 inches of rainfall from this, and we could see a concern for flash flooding. I'm going to go over the odds of that happening coming up here in the next 15 minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Tracy. A small airline has ended service in St. Louis. According to our partners at the St. Louis Business Journal, Cape Air will no longer be flying out of Lambert Airport. It's all because of a change in federal subsidies. The airline had flown out of Lambert to Kirksville, Missouri, Marion, Illinois, and Owensboro, Kentucky. Still ahead, a big weekend for a major theater chain. The 2 movies that helped AMC reach record sales for a single week. Plus, the impact the heat and drought are having on Missouri farmers and what it could mean for your family.